Hello, book buddies. How are you all? I hope all of you are doing great. Friends, you must have seen the famous movie Joker, in which a Joker who is suffering from mental illness keeps on killing people. He has a strange view about the world and life. When Joker was released in 2019, it was a global smashing hit. But book buddies, have you ever thought about the thought process behind this movie? What a concept! What a philosophy! Today's video is about this philosophy. Friends, you must have noticed that I often tell you to look for the purpose of life. There should be a purpose, an objective, an ambition behind your life. There should be a struggle. There should be a pursuit. There should be a struggle. Because remember, life is not about enjoying comforts. In fact, life is about running after an ideal that you enjoy, which becomes your passion and obsession, about which you are obsessed. When life gets meaning and anchor, the joy of life is something else. But it is also true that many people think that life is meaningless. It has no purpose. It has no purpose. We are not born of our own will. We do not live life of our own will. And we do not die of our own will. Therefore, not only this world, but all the knowledge, wisdom present in it, all humanity is meaningless. It is a very pessimistic view to see the world. But friends, behind this view is a very interesting and unique idea of the world of philosophy, which is called nihilism. Is it right to see life in such a negative way? Is what nihilism is saying right? What is the history of nihilism? And is it unknown that you are also a nihilist? In today's video, we will talk about this very interesting and important topic. Friends, the word nihilism is derived from the Latin word nihil, which means nothing or nothingness. This is the reason why nihilism is often called the philosophy of nothing. This concept was used a lot in modern times in Russian and Greek literature, but its history dates back to the time of Gautam Buddha, Theravada and Mahayana Tripitaka, which are sacred Buddhist scriptures and schools. According to them, Buddha may have discussed the concept of nihilism first. In Tripitaka, the word Nathikavada has been used for nihilism. According to Buddha, those who are morally nihilist have some such views about their world. The first is that they feel that by giving something to someone or helping someone, no good result is produced. That is, the act of giving produces no beneficial results. The second point is similar to this. That is, there is no result of doing good or bad. Its effect does not affect your life or the world. Good and bad actions produce no results. But what about life after death? Nihilists believe that there is no life after death. Whatever is in this life, once a person dies, he will never come back. There is a rational and logical argument behind nihilism. They say that there is no such person in this world who has the knowledge that there is life after death. See, whether they are Muslims, Christians, or people of any other religion who believe in hereafter, their belief is that there will be life after death. And remember, faith means belief in the absence of evidence. Therefore, our belief is that there will be life after death. But remember, there is no logical proof in the matter of faith. You cannot prove faith with any mathematical equation because it is a part of the inherent definition of faith. I repeat, belief in the absence of evidence. Anyways, Buddha said about these people that people who have such beliefs are attracted to bad deeds in life, because when there is no benefit of goodness, there is no result of evil, then why should a person do good deeds? In Joker, the person who killed people due to his mental illness, there was such a nihilist thought behind it. In the world of philosophy, this term, nihilism, was first used by a German philosopher named Friedrich Jacobi. Basically, Jacobi put faith above reason. This is why he used the word nihilism to explain reason. But why? After all, what does rationality and reason have to do with nihilism? Let's talk about this later. After Jacobi, Soren Kierkegaard also talked about nihilism. What was Kierkegaard's point of view on nihilism? To explain this, I have to first explain the meaning of a term called leveling. You must have seen cricket. You must have also seen this type of roller in it. This is called a pitch roller. Basically, it is used to flatten the pitch so that everyone is equal, level, smooth, seamless. Leveling also does something like this. But socially, in leveling, the individuality of a person is killed so that a kind of uniform society can be created. But remember, the society in which such uniformity exists, it is a dead society, because the individuality of a person is the beauty of this world. Our selfhood makes us great. It drives our society forward. If you kill the subtle complexities between people, then what will be the fun of living in a society? According to Kierkegaard, this leveling is a kind of nihilism, and this is why he named it death. Kierkegaard belonged to a school of philosophy called Leibniz philosophy, philosophy of life. This was a strong philosophical movement of the German-speaking countries in the 19th and 20th centuries. This is one of my favorites in the philosophy school of thought. The reason for this is what I told you at the start of the video. Leibniz philosophy talked about the meaning of life, its value, and its purpose. Some great philosophers were involved in this movement, such as Friedrich Nietzsche, Schopenhauer, and Bergson. Where nihilism is a life-denying system, Leibniz philosophy takes the human body to another level. This is why Kierkegaard did not like nihilism at all. But the term nihilism is most associated with the Übermensch of philosophy, that is, Friedrich Nietzsche. We will talk in detail about what Nietzsche thought about nihilism. But before that, you have to understand what are the forms of nihilism, or what are the branches. First of all, let's talk about cosmic nihilism. Cosmic nihilism says that this world, this cosmos, this universe is meaningless. In fact, in such nihilism, it is believed that this cosmos does not care for humanity. It is indifferent to humanity. And not just indifferent, but it is hostile. It is against humanity. Then comes epistemological nihilism. Those who believe this believe that knowledge does not exist. There is no such thing as knowledge, wisdom in this world. And since knowledge does not exist, it cannot even be obtained. After this is metaphysical nihilism. This is a strange concept. Metaphysical nihilism says that there is no physical object in this world. This world is of abstract objects. The physical world that is visible has no reality. This is also called ontological nihilism, according to which this world does not exist at all. After this comes moral or ethical nihilism, which says that there is no morality, ethics in this world. Therefore, no action is morally right or wrong. There is another form of nihilism called political nihilism, which says that all kinds of political institutions should be destroyed. Maybe some people like this kind of nihilism, because most people are worried about the political system. But there's a flaw in this. The flaw is that this nihilism says that destroy the political system, but it does not tell what to do after that. The most prominent form of nihilism is existential nihilism. Which says that there is no meaning, purpose, or objective of life. Here we bring our Jigar back in the video. That is Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche. Nietzsche's relationship was with this kind of existential nihilism. He himself was not a nihilist, but he wrote a lot about this idea. But what is the relationship between Nietzsche and nihilism? This also needs to be understood. Nietzsche's era was the era of enlightenment in Europe, in which finally man had decided that now not God, but man himself will take the affairs of this world into his own hands. Now the universe will not run man, but man will run the universe. Enlightenment was the era from where science actually began, and one by one such inventions started happening in Europe that they went ahead of everyone else. The thought of man was behind all this enlightenment, all this scientific revolution, which had changed now. People had left religiosism and nihilism and had now taken hold of science, logic, rationality, and mathematics. The thousands of years old Christian morals of Europe were sinking under the ground. The power of the church was diminishing, and the morality that God had given to the Europeans through Christianity was coming to an end. Religion becomes the center of gravity of any society. It gives morals and ethics to society. It tries to keep it balanced. It gives people hope through God's perspective. But this was the era when people chose science instead of religion or God. This is why he used his famous statement, God is dead and we have killed him. People often don't understand this statement and misunderstand it. Nietzsche thought that when Christianity would die, people would be worried, clueless, and confused because the rope they had been holding for thousands of years was about to break off from their hands. And when that happens, humanity will be a victim of nihilism, a feeling of nothingness. According to Nietzsche, Christianity is responsible for its demise because the morality that Christianity gave to people was so monolithic, so unidimensional, that it would kill a person's self-esteem, that one day he would die. But Nietzsche was a great philosopher. He wanted to fight this nihilism. According to him, there are two ways through which humanity can fight this nihilism. The first one is passive nihilism. According to Nietzsche, passive nihilists are those who surrender in front of life. They are cowards who instead of running after the meaning of life, they fear it and sit in a corner. They have no morals, no values, and they live a meaningless life. He called this a will to nothing. In contrast, there are active nihilists. And this is where the most breathtaking idea of Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophy is born. That is Übermensch. I have already made a detailed video on the idea of Übermensch. Do check it out in my archives. I will also put its link in the description. See, active nihilists are those who fight against life. They are not worried about the absurdity of life. Instead, they look for the meaning of their life in it. They make their own morals, their own values. They drive life with their will. For them, the worries of life, the meaninglessness of life, the nihilism of life, the struggle of life, all of this is nothing. They know how to go beyond it. Their selfhood is so strong that no challenge in life can stand in front of them. As Iqbal Sahib said, Nietzsche says that life is a name of struggle, and striving in the struggle, optimizing yourself, reaching the peak of your selfhood is life. What I am talking about now may not be liked by many people, but there is a kind of nihilism in Muslims too, and it is called Sufism. See, this Darweshi Fakiri or Sufism looks very romantic when seen or talked about. That this person is a Darweshi, he is a Fakir, he is different from the rest of the world. But friends, remember, the reality is that Sufism takes you towards will to nothingness. It is such a sweet knife that you will wrap around your neck, and you will not even realize it. The reason for this is that when a person goes towards Darweshi or Sufism, then the potential that he had to optimize in life, through which he had to face the challenges of life, through which he had to improve humanity, through which he had to reach a stage of self-actualization, he forgets it. He gets lost in himself. He gets lost in his own world. And he is a king in that world too. And he is a fakir in that world too. But this world within him has no impact on this world. Remember that if an outsider, a community or society is not benefiting from your life, then such a life, such a being has no benefit. I said that in seeing, listening, piri, fakiri, Darweshi looks very romantic, attracts a lot, but the reality is that any such system, any such ideology that stops you from reaching your potential is all nihilism. Book biddies, I am extremely passionate about one thing. Our life, when we are born, we are like a seed. That seed has such power that it can tear the ground and become a single tree. We all have that hidden genetic potential through which we can tear the ground and become a single tree. We can make our name in life. We can live a big life. We can leave a legacy. But after that, the challenges of our life, our society, our ideology stop us from flying high. You will never let this happen, because all these things will take you towards nihilism. And I have always taught you that anything, any religion, any ism, any ideology that is life-denying which stops your growth, throw it out. If you have also settled in life, are eager for a comfortable life, there is no struggle in your life. You follow the morals of society, the values that your parents, your ancestors, your society gave you. You live your life according to that. You don't try anything new in life. Then you are also a nihilist. At the end of the video, friends, we will talk about some of the side effects that nihilism gives to humans. First of all, nihilism leads to lack of higher values. When according to you, there is no purpose of life, there is no importance of ethics and morality, then what will be the value of values? The second and perhaps the biggest side effect of nihilism is that it belittles life, is life-denying. The third side effect of nihilism is that it ridicules achievement. When this thought does not believe in any process of the world, does not believe in the world, denies the physical reality, then what is the achievement and what is the loss? The fourth side effect of nihilism is that it encourages mediocrity. When every person in society has the same thought, then what will be the growth in it? That will be a mediocre society. The king of the city said to the king, "This master is a very serious criminal. He will have to be convinced that his thinking is different from us." The biggest enemy of this different thinking is nihilism. And the last side effect of nihilism is that it promotes herd mentality. Man was not made to live like sheep and goats, but to make his name in this world. But if you are a nihilist, then all your life you run after a system like sheep and goats, which is no achievement. Today I explained to you the idea of nihilism in detail. Remember one thing, whenever you think differently, people will definitely pull your feet, because society likes uniformity. Remember, caged birds think flying is a crime. If you liked the video, then press the like button. Until next time, goodbye.